Ambassador Berry, so lovely to see you, and thanks for having us at your party.
Oh, it is such an honor to have you broadcasting live here from American Embassy. It's just a treat for us to have you, Alex. Thank you.
It's just perfect. And does this day make you homesick?
Oh, it does. Because at home, we'd be having corn on the cob, a cold beer, because it would be about 42 degrees Celsius. So it'd be very warm at home. But, here we are huddled with our hot chocolate, our hot cocoa, and thank goodness we had the beautiful Canberra weather today. The clouds parted and the sun came out and everybody had a great time.
What would you like Australians to understand about the importance of this National Day in a land of 50 states?
This is the day we celebrate the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And as I said in my speech, it is more than celebrating the birth of a nation. It's really the birth of an idea. And the idea, which started for a few with the words, all men are created equal. It was the first time the world had really heard that phrase. It was meant in the universal sense, even though at the beginning, obviously, our country had slavery. It did not include women. It did not include the disabled. It did not include the LGBTI community. We fought a bloody civil war to end slavery. It took 100 years for civil rights. It took even longer for the election of an African-American president. It took us 100 years to give women full rights to vote and be part of our system. But you see this wonderful, wonderful progress where America has this way of surprising you, and that's what we're celebrating today.
And 239 years until the Supreme Court made a decision about same-sex marriage. So tell me your reaction.
Well, I'll tell you, it was funny. Curtis and I went to bed Friday night, and our marriage was legal in 37 states. We woke up Saturday morning, and it was legal in all 50. So it was a great day, one to celebrate in the United States, one that a lot of us have fought. I've been involved in the fight since I was 25. I'm now 56, so it's been a few years. And as the president said over the weekend, when one person's rights are upheld, all persons' rights are upheld.
Not only have you shown real leadership in this area, you've shown it in terms of the Indigenous Marathon Project, which is one of your passions. I've been speaking to Rob DiCostello today and he's over the moon about your support. And also the environment. They're both key issues for you. First on the environment, tell me about what you'd like to see achieved here. And it is a bit of a point of difference between Australia and the US at the moment, particularly on climate change.
Well, no, again, I will point to Australia's leadership. You were the first country in the world to have a marine protected area, long before we had one in the United States. See, this is when you get an ambassador who's been working these issues for 25, 30 years, you get a little bit of history. Some of the endangered species work that we did in the United States was built upon the work that you have done with endangered species. You created a threatened species commissioner in Gregory Andrews. Minister Hunt is hosting a conference on threatened species later in July down in Melbourne, and I'll be very blessed to speak at that. We look forward to Australia's making their decision on their contribution towards climate change. We need to think for our children and our grandchildren and what kind of world we want to leave them.
And Ambassador Berry, I know that we're sitting right next to the space stand, and you brought Prime Minister Tony Abbott, and I think you're very hopeful of having him visit Tidbinbilla, as I understand it.
Kim Beazley, your ambassador, said, to understand Australia, John, you got to watch The Dish, The Castle, and Red Dog. And, the only thing interesting is The Dish sort of played little loose with the facts in that, they say it was in Parks. Yes, there was a dish in Parks. Parks was the backup dish, the dish that actually received the signal from Neil Armstrong from outer space came through Tidbinbilla here in Canberra at the Deep Space Tracking Station. And so it was, so it's fantastic when the probe New Horizons goes by Pluto, amazingly, think of this, goes by Pluto. The pictures that the world is going to see, every country in the world is going to see pictures that are beamed through Canberra. So it's an amazing support and alliance for our partnership. And I was glad the Prime Minister got to see and see a little bit about it.
John Berry, am I allowed to introduce your entire family here? Now, because Curtis Yee, that John Berry's husband, is with me this afternoon. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, and good afternoon to you.
Great to see you.
The most important member of the family is on the floor here, looking
I hope
for
we're getting lots
leftover
of photos.
food.
Yeah, he's chasing all the fallen pulled pork, the dog, Hoppa.
He's got some Labradorian in him,
Yeah,
hasn't
he
he?
does.
What is a Labradoodle?
He's
Yeah.
half poodle, half English retriever.
You really have both embraced Canberra, haven't you? Curtis, I know you love walking. What's the dog's name?
Hoppa.
Hopper. With Hopper.
I take him around the lake as often as we can get there. He loves swimming in the lake, and I love running around the lake.
So you've kept very fit.
Yeah, I've done the Canberra Marathon twice now.
How do you find the community?
You know, very welcoming, lovely. It's going to be hard to leave here. We just love it so much.
Well, don't leave. I think we might.
Well, we have at least a year and a half to go, so we're looking forward to that. Thank you for coming today and helping us to celebrate the 4th of July and our independence. It's a very great honor to have you here.
Thanks so much.